Welcome to all for today's session on course Java Programming for Beginners. In this session, we are going to discuss the topic for loop statement. The for loop is one of the loop statement supported by a Java programming language. We can say that the for loop is a pre-test loop statement. It is called as pre-test loop statement because in for loop, first a condition is get checked, then the statement written inside the for loop are get executed. If the condition is true inside the for loop, then whatever statement are written inside the for loop are get executed. The for loop allow the programmer to initialize the control variables. In for loop, we can define three things. One is programmer can initialize the control variable. Second one is test the condition, and next one is modify the control variable. And all these three things are written over a single line of code. Here, the for loop will take the following form. For their initialization, here the variable initialization of variable is done, then test condition, then update the variable. Then after that, we can write a loop statement or a statement inside the for loop. Here the flowchart of for loop statement is shown. Okay, in the flowchart of for loop statement, whenever a Boolean condition is true, that number of times the statement written inside the for loop are get executed. Once a statement is get executed inside the for loop, then it will update the variable, update the loop variable, and again it will check for the Boolean expression. When a Boolean expression is true, then again it will execute a statement which is written inside the for loop, and after that it will update the loop variable. Then again it will check for the Boolean expression. When a Boolean expression is false, then it will stop the execution of for loop and execution control transfer out of the loop. Then the section of for loop, the for loop consists of three sections. First one is initialization section, next one is test section, and third one is update section. In the initialization section of the for loop allows the loop to initialize the control variable. Then test section, in test section the programmer can write a condition or a Boolean expression. Whenever a Boolean expression is true, then the for loop is get executed. Then update section of the for loop is the last statement is written in a for loop that will increment or decrement the value of control variable of the for loop. Then here first we discuss the first section in detail, the for loop initialization. The initialization section of a for loop is an optional section. The programmer can initialize a control variable or may not initialize the control variable as a part of for loop statement. Typically, a for loop initializes a control variable that will be tested by a test section of the loop and updated by the update section of the loop. Whatever control variable initialized by a programmer, that control variable is used by the test condition section of the loop to test the condition, and update section of the loop will increment or decrement the value of loop variable. The initialization section can initialize the more than one variables inside the for loop. A variable declared in the initialization section have only scope within the for loop. Means whatever variables are declared as a part of for loop, that variables are local variable only for that for loop only. That is not accessible outside the for loop. Then here the example of for loop is shown here. Okay, suppose here the programmer want to print the hello message 5 times. In that case, the first step is here, programmer has to initialize the loop variable, that is count equals to 1. Then programmer has to specify a condition, count less than or equals to 5. Then programmer has to specify the update section in which they specify increment statement. The value of count is get incremented by 1. Okay, for each value of count, the statement hello is get printed over output screen at one time, so that this for loop is get executed from a value of count 1 to 5. Means it is get executed 5 times, so that whatever message is present inside the for loop is get displayed of 5 times. This is about the for loop example. The next one is update section. The update section is usually used to increment or decrement the counter variable declared in initialization section of the for loop. The update section of the for loop execute last in the loop. Okay, the update section, first initialization section is get executed, then condition or test section is get executed. Then after that, once a statement is get executed of the for loop, then update section is get executed to update the value of for loop variable. The update section may update the multiple variables. The update section may update the value of multiple variables. Each variables updated is executed as if it were online by itself. The next one, modifying a control variable. When a programmer declare a control variable of the loop statement inside the for loop, that variables are used inside a test condition and also used inside the update section. Here the value of control variable is incremented or decremented inside the update section. Updating the variables in the for loop body leads to hard to maintain the code and difficult for debugging. The best way to update the control variable is to update the control variable inside the for loop after the test condition. Okay, it does not write as a part of the body of for loop. Then modifying a control variables, that one is discussed. Then multiple initialization and updates. Here inside the for loop, the programmer can initialize the multiple control variables, and programmer can also update, increment or decrement the values of multiple variables. And programmer also write more than one conditions by using the logical operators in the test section of the for loop. Then here the example of for loop is shown here. Suppose here user want to display the square of numbers in between 1 to 7. In that case, user has to write a 7 statement to display a square of numbers in between 1 to 7. But with the help of for loop, user can display or execute a statement 7 times, single statement, using a for loop. For that, the user has to specify the initial value of control variable as a 1. Inside the test condition, they have to specify number is less than or equals to max value. That is, max value is here 7. Then user has to specify the update statement. In that, user has to increment the value of control variable is by 1. And whatever statement is written inside the for loop, that one is get executed up to the number value, up to the value of number is less than or equals to max value. That is, this statement is get executed. The for loop statement is get executed for the value of number from 1 to 7. Then nested loop statement. If programmer want to write loop within loop or for within for, okay, writing loop within loop is called as nested loop statement. And the programmer can write the nested for loop also by writing for within for. Okay, that is for here for. Okay, here for is specified as I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, means outer for loop will execute a statement which are written inside that 0 to 9 times, 0 to 9 times, that is 10 times the inner statement of outer for loop is get executed, whereas here the statement which are written inside the inner for loop is get executed. The statement which are written inside the inner for loop is get executed 10 into 10 times, that is 100 times the statement which are written inside the inner for loop is get executed. Then a break statement. Break statement is also one of the statement used inside the Java programming language to abnormally terminate the loop. The use of break statement in a loop always bypasses the normal execution of the loop statement, and it makes code hard to read and maintain. It is considered as bad form to use a break statement in this manner. Here, suppose if you want to, here break statement is used for abnormal termination of the loop statement. Here in this example, the use of break is shown here. Okay, this without break, this loop statement are get executed from number 1 to max value. But if here a break is specified here break is specified, if the value of number equals to 5, then it will abnormally stop the execution of the for loop and transfer the control out of the for loop. The next one is continue statement. The continue statement is one of the statement supported by a Java programming language. Here break statement is used for abnormal termination of loop statement, whereas the continue statement is used in opposite of break statement to continue the execution of the loop statement if specific condition is satisfied. Here the example of continue statement is shown here. Okay, that is if number equals to 5, then it will continue the execution of the for loop. Means this for loop is get executed from number equals to 1 to number equals to max values. That is, if the value of max is 7, then this for loop is get executed from number 1 to 7 times. This is about the continue and break statement. Here at the time of use of the loop statement, while implementing a program in Java programming language, we have to decide which loop we have to use. The while loop is also one of the loop statement which is used for executing a statement number of times. We can say that while loop is a pretest loop statement is used when you do not want the statement to be executed when the condition is false at the beginning. Whereas do while statement is used when you want to execute a statement at least once time when a condition is false. Do while is a post test loop statement, whereas for loop is also pretest loop statement in which first condition is checked, then the statement written inside the for loop is get executed. If condition is false, then it does not execute a statement which is written inside the for loop. In this session, we discuss about the for loop statement, examples of for loop statement, significance of for loop statement in a Java programming language. Then after that, we discuss about the continue and break statement in a Java programming language. So that in this session, we will stop here. Thank you.